Okay, so I'm at my supermarket and I'm here to pick up some fruit for next week. But I noticed that they had a display for herbs. And the herbs are actually in containers. They're little containers. This is mint. They have chives. They have rosemary. Some at the very bottom, it looks like they need a lot of attention, so I'm not going to bother with them. But they're only $1.99. And I think I probably could get maybe 2 divisions out of the herbs. So I think I'm going to buy 4. I'm going to buy the mint, the chives, the rosemary, and the thyme. So let's see what we can do when I get home. I have them in my, they have little trays that you can put them in. So I'm going to take these home. The rosemary and the mint smell good. Be cautious with your mint. Mint has a tendency to be aggressive in the garden, so that should be placed in a container all by itself. This is the thyme. No GMOs. Everything is pretty much organic. And this is the chives. The chives I know will come back year after year. So instead of $1.99, they have this marked down to 75 cents. But I'm going to take these home and pot them up, and they'll be in my herb garden for the summer. So let's go. I'm home from the grocery store, and I potted up the mint, the chives. I'm in the process of potting up the rosemary. That's going to be in my herb garden. And then I'm going to start from seeds. It says a herbal tea garden. So it has, this packet comes with 4 herbs that you can start. This is peppermint, calamine, lemon balm, and again rosemary. So this is going to be my herbs for my tea. I'm going to start this in a container, and I do have my basil and some dill under grow lights for seeds. But I thought this was an amazing purchase for only $1.99 at the grocery store. I like rosemary because I use it not only for cooking, but I also use it in some of the hair care products and facial masks that I make for myself. So I'm going to pot up the rosemary, and then it's still a little early to put the herbs outside, but I will keep them well moistured. As I mentioned before, the mint doesn't really like to compete with any other container, so that definitely will be in a container by itself. Because there is room inside of the containers, I may sprinkle seeds for maybe some sage or another herb that I'll use in the garden. But this is pretty much the 4 herbs that I picked up in at the supermarket in nice containers, and the roots are nice and healthy. So I'm just going to get started and pot up the rosemary. By the way, I couldn't resist. I end up buying 3 pots of the rosemary. So instead of $1.99, it's roughly $6. But it's well worth the price that I paid, because if you go out to one of your big box stores, you're going to find that the little containers are running primarily $4.98. I think I saw at the Home Depot for burpee products. Don't hold me to the price, but even still, this is an amazing price. Gives me a head start with creating my herb garden, and then when the weather is pretty much stays above 40 degrees, I will set these outside and probably right at the window of my kitchen, the patio window, so it would be easier just to snip off some of the chives or the mint. I will tell you, because you want to keep the growth coming for the mint, and you just snip it off. So I did snip off some mint. That's only going to encourage the mint to grow more. And I just rinsed this off, seeped it with some warm water or hot water, and I had mint tea. The benefits of drinking herb tea, you would be amazed. Just Google or even pick up a book on herb teas and what it's good for. So I'm just going to save this, have some mint tea this morning, and get my day started. So let's get started with the rosemary. So as you can see, I've already added the one rosemary to the container, but I couldn't resist, for the price was right. I decided that I'm going to pot up an additional 2 containers of the rosemary, because I really did want to share with you in the future some of the things that I do with the rosemary besides cooking with it. It is excellent to cook with, but I use it for other things. I actually made a video of me doing the rosemary and the lavender, how I made a facial scrub for it. So not only is the herbs good for in your kitchen, but you can also use it for health care. So what I have is, I've already made a tag, just because as time goes by, you're like, oh, what did I put in the container? This is your rosemary. Have a tag here. I'm going to add the 2, but what I'm going to do is just make a little room for it, so they both have roots to grow, room for their roots to grow. And this container probably fit right about here. And I want it to fit exactly the same size of the initial pots that they're in. So I just like to go ahead and measure with the pots how they're going to fit in, and then I'll come back, and because I want them to have a healthy excuse me, a healthy root system, I have Biotone. This is an organic product that you can use to help with the root system. So I'm just going to take a handful and sprinkle it in the bottom of each container. My potting mix that I use is your regular potting mix, and I've added my worm castings and of course perlite. So at this point, you just flip the container over. I'm not even going to tease the roots. You can see that the roots are really nice. And I'm just going to set it down inside of the container. That way I'm not really disturbing the potting mix that the rosemary is already in. So I'll do the same with this one. Your roots look good, and it just fits right down inside of the container. So now, once the weather, and I have time, I have time. Yeah, I have time on my hand, and I have time. But as the weather becomes a little warmer, I'll set these container outside right at the patio door. So I'm just going to continue with potting up my herbs. It was a easy find at the grocery store. I didn't have to wait for the big box store. As a matter of fact, I think that's a better price for the herbs that I selected, along with the dill, and I have some purple basil that I have on the grow lights. But I'm going to come back maybe in another few weeks after I give this rosemary a chance to really become established, and then I'll come back. Some of the things that I do with my herbs, besides cooking in the kitchen, I also like to make other hair and facial products. All right, you have a great day. I hope you enjoyed my video, and be patient, have time. The weather is going to change, and we'll be out in the garden real soon. Okay, so I'm out back. Just want to make sure that everything is going to fit. I have my tower of herbs. This is going to be my mint, the rosemary, and at the bottom I have the chives. And I think I'm going to use smaller containers just so that they'll fit, but I think I'm going to do that with the herbal teas. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Thank you for watching my video. Please like, share, and subscribe. And as always, happy gardening.